Legend of Total War here, and today we've got some early access gameplay footage for Total War Warhammer 2. So before I get started, I just want to give a special thank you to Creative Assembly and a big thank you to James Given for providing me with early access to this. Now, as a bit of an introduction to me, because I know that this sort of video is a conduit for new viewers, just want to do a little bit of an introduction to myself so that you guys know what you're getting into by watching my content and so that you can manage your expectations. Now, in terms of what I do, I'm a Total War based channel. I'm not a Warhammer based channel. So Warhammer fantasy side of things, I don't know that much about it, and I really don't focus on it. So if the lore and learning about the factions and the stories behind them is to your interest, I don't recommend watching my videos. I recommend watching Milk and Cookies Total War. Indie Pride over there does such a good job, I think, of the Warhammer lore. I couldn't even compete even if I wanted to in terms of that. What I like to focus on is just strategy of the campaign and playing optimally. I always play on legendary difficulty, which can be very frustrating to play, so oftentimes I'm a bit of a cranky shit. I'm also Australian, and I do have a tendency to swear a bit, so if none of those things appeal to you, my recommendation is just watch someone else. But if those things do appeal to you, let's get started. So, I haven't had early access to this for very long. I've had about 48 hours, under 48 hours to sort of play around with things, so I'm still very new to it. That being said, I played a lot of hours of Total War Warhammer 1, and it's basically the same game. So, before I get started, I'll just talk a little bit about the races and what I think of them. I haven't really looked at all into the Lizardmen. They didn't really interest me. I've never been interested in the Lizardmen side of things, so I can't comment on them at all. I've played a campaign as the Dark Elves. I enjoyed them. I liked their campaign structure. I liked the slave mechanic. I think that worked. I played a little bit of the Skaven, and I hated it. I played it for about 2 hours and then quit out of the campaign because I was winning the campaign, but I honestly hated playing as the Skaven. I think that they're a disgusting faction. I don't think Creative Assembly did a bad job of the Skaven faction. I just don't care for Skaven. I think that they're filthy rat people. Now, I know some people might get triggered by that because they're like, but Skaven's my favourite faction. I hate them. I think that they're shit. Now, anyway, today what I'm going to play as is I'm going to be playing as Tyrion of the Asur, because I was originally going to do Malekith with Dark Elves, but because of the Lionheart Pixelated Polo co-op campaign, there's already going to be, I suppose, already quite a lot of videos out there on the Dark Elf campaign, and I have no idea who's covering the Asur. Probably everyone as well, but they should be released at the same time as I'm releasing this, because obviously Pixelated Polo and Lionheart got to have an exclusive release for their videos. Anyway, I'm going to get started with this on legendary difficulty. Let's get to it.
Who are the Asur? An enigma to men and dwarfs, who know them as High Elves. At the center of the great ocean lies Ulthuan, a paradise created by the Old Ones. But when the stellar gates collapsed, demons flooded the mortal plane. All was lost until Anarion the Defender strode forth. The first Phoenix King vanquished the demons with the aid of the Archmage Calador Dragon Tamer. It was Calador and his elven mages who created the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphoned the excess magic, withering demonkind. With the world purged of chaos, the elves took it upon themselves to become guardians and stewards. The twin-tailed comet is oft seen as an omen. But this time, its wake brought great peril.
The dragon with two tails flies lower than before. Its trail disturbs the Vortex.
I have felt a change in the winds of magic.
Then write it, brother. Lead the mages of Safari. Bring all in the White Tower to bear if you must.
Such lore is currently beyond us.
I suggest a scrying ritual in the Pool of Isha. It may provide us with the answer.
Such a ritual requires fragments of fallen waystones. Far more than we have.
Then we find more. Make ready your ritual, Lordmaster Talarian. You will have your fragments.
I shall start the search in Lustria.
Lustria?
My brother will search here, in Ulthuan.
Why do you care so much about the greater world?
Why do you not? Stay here, brother. Protect Ulthuan. But I venture beyond our borders.
And while you meddle in far-flung continents, I will ensure you have a home to return to.
So I'm sort of like going into this campaign a little bit blind. I played it for like a few minutes just to get a feel of it, but I don't know about their endgame mechanics or anything like that.
Fellow Azure, rally to my banner. Ulthuan is under attack, and the great Vortex imperiled like never before. The Druki invade us in number. No doubt Malekith or his twisted crone of a mother have sensed weakness in the Vortex. Their attack is blatant. They come directly for the sea gates of Lothern. The seat of the Phoenix King must not fall. Finnobar has entrusted me to lead the counterattack. Join my cause, brave Azure, and together we shall overcome. The Druki cannot be allowed to despoil the sanctity of Ulthuan. Draw your weapons, and by Azurian's will shall we prevail.
Alright, so let's take a quick look at this situation here. So we start off with basically nothing. We're playing on legendary difficulty, which means we get the -8 difficulty, -8 public order penalty, which is a pain. It makes the beginning of the campaign difficult, but the end of it no different from normal, really. Alright, so let's have a look.
Ridiculous.
Alright, we need to come up with a plan with how to take out the Druki. I always thought that they were the Druki Eye, because it's double I, but apparently it's the Druki. Or Druchi, I don't know. Don't really care either. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to upgrade this. Now, this guy here is threatening Lothern, but the garrison here should easily be able to repel them, so I'm just gonna leave it.
Moving out.
I'm gonna come up and take the Tower of Lycian. If they want to besiege it, go right ahead. They're no threat to me. Now this unit here is very expensive. I might actually disband it because at this stage of the campaign, it's not really that, like, it's not gonna provide its worth. I mean, because if we have a look at the upkeep costs, like we could have 4 units for the price of that one. And since we have nearly no money, we really need the cash. The Eagle Claw Bolt, though, I definitely do need that. So I'm going to get rid of this. And hire... just have a basic army to begin with. I mean, I think it's okay to keep it on, like, lower difficulties, but on the higher difficulties, it's a liability. Like, I've used it in battle, and I'm just like, yeah, it's good, but does it provide that degree of worth? No. Alright, so that's basically all we can do there. Let's see if we can get some trade agreements to begin with. One of these legendary difficulties, so naturally,
fine wine, wise indeed.
There's not a whole lot
I'm listening.
to do
I
in
do
terms of
enjoy
diplomacy.
watching the debate. I'm waiting.
I serve. All are given a fair
non-aggression
hearing in
pact?
Phoenix Court, if you wish. Very well.
Okay, try and make them friendly. Last thing we want is to be at war with everyone. So their strength ranking is actually #1 at the moment, but we'll beat them. They won't be able to get inside Lothern. I don't know if they'll besiege it or not. Time will tell. Alright, let's move on. Hang on. There's also this mechanic over here, Intriguer Court. We don't have any influence, so we can't really do anything about that right now. We just start off with nothing. Also, just a little bit of a statement, I suppose, into how much content I'm going to make on Total War Warhammer 2. Now, I've been in mixed minds about this game for quite some time. Ooh, interesting. They're leaving their capital undefended. But anyway, I mean, I've left my capital undefended, but we can defend it pretty easily, I think. Let them raid, it's fine. At this stage, I'm only going to do this one campaign before release, and I might not do any more campaigns until this campaign is over, because I'm going to hold true to my commitments in other titles. My priority is always Rome 1, Rome 2, Medieval 2, not necessarily in that order. Those are the core games that I play. Warhammer is like, it's the new thing, but it's not going to be a core of what I do. Like I said, if you want to see a channel that's like full of Warhammer stuff, go check out IndiePod. I can't recommend him enough. He's a good guy. Alright, so I'm going to take Terror of Lyciad. I think there's another barracks here as well.
Bring me
Just to resolve it. Don't need to fight that manually. Don't loot it. We could, I mean... Nah, it doesn't
the
right.
gods are pleased. Tyrion, heir of Anarion.
Also, this video will only be an hour because my embargo drops in like a couple of hours. Like I said, I really didn't get a whole lot of time to get content together. Like when I played Warhammer 1, I had a month to get my shit together. That's why I had so much content available when the embargo dropped. But this one, I don't have much time, so I've got to shorten this episode so that it uploads in time for the embargo to drop. Because if I don't upload a video when everyone else is doing it, I'm going to be flooded with emails. Where's the Warhammer 2, legend? And, you know, there's nothing wrong with emails like that, but, you know, I'm working on it, guys. I'm working as fast as I can. I have to try and have a look at some things first. That being said, I've actually clocked more hours on this game than Lionheart has already, and he's had it like 2 weeks longer than me. But when Warhammer 1 released, I had I think it was 400 hours on the game, because I had a month to play it. It was all I was doing. It's probably why I burnt myself out on the game. We probably should destroy this, but if this comes under siege, I won't be able to recruit, so I'll be able to utilize this one. So let's keep that going. If he can continue to come down here, what I'll do is I'll make my way and take Andural. Because here's the thing. Walled settlements are always way harder to take than any other type of settlement. If we take away their walled settlement, they've got nowhere to defend themselves from. Even with both of these armies here, they're not taking Lothern. Alright, let's move on. Okay, so they didn't really take the bait on that one. Now, if I was to go over here and attack this with what I've got, I'd get crushed. I think. If I was to go over here and fight them, again, I'd get crushed. I need to be able to see... I need to pull them away from this. See, the thing is I don't have any other enemies. Let's have a look. The Cult of Excess. Let me just see if I can get these guys... It annoys me that I can't like click on just the territory. I have to actually click on the faction leader, wherever he is.
I bid you welcome.
If I could get him to join war against the Cult of Excess, I'll join war against the Pirates of Sartosa and give them some money. They won't do it. Okay, never mind then.
Servant of the king.
Okay, also they've brought back like public order based bonuses to settlements, so it might be good to keep my guy in the settlement for the time being. What should we do out here? Yeah, I need more troops to get more spearmen and another archer. Gotta be careful about that money too. Anyway, this will be built soon. I'll have 2 new buildings to construct here, and they'll be financial ones. So I really want to wait for these guys to make a mistake. Okay, it doesn't look like they're going to make a mistake. They're pulling back. They've recognized something. Another thing, it's also good for Tyrion to fight as many battles as possible because we need to level them up.
Shield of Alaric.
Okay, well, if they were to go over to the Shrine of Assyrian, that would be very good for me. I need to see what they're up to. They've left this settlement undefended, but that doesn't mean I should go for it. But I will.
Shield Alaric.
Alright, so let's build this, because that'll also improve our economy slightly.
Shield against the darkness.
There's a sea corpse out there that could be worth a fair bit of money. I could set sail over there and come back.
Ancestors would be proud.
Or it could be worthless. Alright, so should we... I don't think Lothern's under threat now. Maybe let's get rid of this. So he's quickly making his way back to defend the glittering tower. But he's under force march there.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Okay, we could sail here, and that would use up most of our movement.
Forward.
But what would we get out of it? I don't know. Okay, so what's he got? He's got 10 units in there, plus 6 units in here. So we actually outnumber them.
Protector of the Ever Queen.
Could crush them. What I might actually do is just sack the settlement.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Because if I continuously sack this settlement,
For my queen.
it's a good opportunity. I've got more units than... Oh, you've got some Dark Riders. Okay, so the odds are a little bit... but I'm confident that I've actually got the advantage. So let's do that.
Sun Fang Hun.
Because I've got artillery, they don't. Their Dark Riders won't do anything. My archers are better than their archers in this situation. Now the main thing here is... So you see they've got reinforcements coming in, but I suppose they'll be there on the battlefield straight away. Let's pick a good ground where they can't flank us so easily.
It shall be done.
Okay, so how many archers? We got 6 loads of archers. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so yeah, they start off with everything on the battlefield straight away. So I'm pretty sure we outnumber them. Their fighters are a little bit better than ours, because we just got crappy spears. But we're relying very heavily on our archers. Funny thing is, the Phoenix would be very useful right now, but like I said, money is a concern. We need to play optimally, especially at the start. Not so much at the end. We can do whatever we want at the end. So yeah, get that going. It's very good at damaging the units. Not really good at getting kills. Best to aim where they're most concentrated. It's also got a pretty good firing rate. Quite like these units. The Druki have a very similar unit, but I don't think it's got as high range. But I think it does more damage. So no kills yet, but doing the damage. Really want to be focusing on shooting their archers. They're... Not necessarily. I mean, their melee troops are probably going to be more of a challenge. Okay, you start coming in over here so they don't flank us. Okay, I want you to be focusing on shooting those Dark Riders. They need to go.
Heir of Anarian. Tireless. Archers.
Like I said, focus on getting rid of their Dark Shards first. Our units can majorly outrange them. Yep, get rid of those.
Orders received.
And like I said, a lot of their units are actually exhausted.
Onwards to victory.
The general's not getting involved.
will climb. Spearmen, we will obey.
So they're charge defense versus large, but this... we're okay for the moment. Okay, start wrapping around them here.
We go.
They'll come back.
Ancestors. Sending forth. Archers, it will be done.
Shoot them. Gotta get rid of their dark shards.
Orders received. Without fail. Apace. By your command. Azar, advance. Forces of order. We will obey. Deploy. Forward. Spearmen.
Okay, now I want these guys over here to shoot in here because they can angle it well. Okay, we've got them completely surrounded. That's good. Like I said, these guys are on their way back. Let's turn around and get ready to deal with them.
It shall be done. It shall be done. Orders received. Moving out.
So the Druki special ability, the Rage or whatever is on.
We advance.
And also, a good thing is, because he put himself in the settlement, we wipe him out. This way. Right, now might actually be a good time to shoot the general. Take that, you sexless shits. Oh wait, we're the sexless ones. I wouldn't call that close. Just look at the damage was like nothing. Oh, he nearly lost. He only lost 10% of his forces. It's a close one there. And we get it back by sacking it. The reason why I want to sack it is because I want them to come back here and try and basically hold it again. Why did you go over there?
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Right, if I put you on force march,
We shall not rest.
yeah, because I want to collect this. Okay, before we do that,
Guide. Your orders, my journey begins.
Talisman of Protection plus Treasury 2,500, enough to pay the troops for one turn. But the Talisman of Protection is better than nothing.
Anchors away.
So, might be able to sack it next time, but that's fine. Alright, it's quite possible that they might send an army over here to attack it, but first thing we should do is build that. Upgrade this as well, that'll give us access to technologies. Is there any more, like, more wreckage anywhere? Nope. I think we've made a good start so far. Now, if I put you back on
I live to serve my queen.
this, could you...
Kill them.
See, they've already got another army getting ready. Alright, excellent. Oh, I just want to sack it again because it's worth experience.
Take it all.
And seemingly... Why does it do that? That's really stupid.
Awaiting orders.
Can you
I never
force march back?
setting forth.
They won't be able to attack me from here, because I still need to recruit some new units. But that's okay. So that's helping us to increase our income. We've got quite a lot of money in reserve now, so we can upgrade these. That's good. And he leveled up again. Also good.
The people are restive.
Moving on.
vigilant.
Now, is this settlement here? Yeah, they've still got garrison here, so sack it again. This time we should have enough movement to get back over here. Anyway, we're actually recovering our troops faster by continuously sacking it. Why does he do that? It goes in the wrong direction. Wait, what was that? Looter. It's fine. So come back and stay in Lothern. We're at full strength, yep.
Champion of the Ever Queen. What orders?
And let's have a look here. So we've got, you know what I really like? 8 archers.
Awaiting orders.
So what I'm trying to get is Quartermaster. So we can reduce our upkeep cost by 15%, which is really crucial because everything's very expensive on legendary difficulty. And then an additional 8%, bring it down by 23%. Which will certainly help. And don't forget as well, that stacks with his already minus 35% upkeep for Spearmen, Archers, and Silver Helm units. Could issue this, or give us extra influence in public order, and reduced construction costs. Alright. Actually, I wonder if perhaps we should leave this and instead wait for the growth to focus more on this. What's going on with this? Why is there minus 10 to do with something? 13 turns into a next level of growth. If I do this, it's 4. So I really want to build this up. But it's under threat, that's the problem. They could just walk over here and take it. I'm hoping they'll send someone over here to try and defend this again. Okay, we've got research available now, so start doing some military advances. Like I said, we need to wait for them to leave themselves open to attack up this way. Now, if they've sent an army over here, so what's the garrison like over here? Well, can't really tell. The thing is, these guys are in force march, but they've actually got quite a large force. Now, what if I was to make my way over here to try and hit to Angerial? Let's do that. Let's try and take their capital away from them.
Protector of the Everqueen.
If this guy here was to besiege Lothern, who cares? They'll never win it. Can we get there next turn?
Seal.
No, I want to be able to get there next turn, so let's force march. It's a little bit risky, but if they attack us, we can always withdraw.
Never.
What have they got there? Now is the time to attack. Let that be their capital. We can just consistently just keep on sacking that for ages. Okay, this is now safe. Reload time. Yeah, actually, no, go with Spear Wall. Could hire another general, but on legendary difficulty, it increases our upkeep cost by 15% for all forces. I can't afford that right now. So I hope he doesn't go back.
Greetings. The Phoenix Court will hit.
Can you? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yes, that's good. It's good. Okay, good. Because they won't take that.
Servant of the king. I am honored.
Alright, so what are we going to be up against? 6 units plus 8.
Ready to serve.
I can deal with that.
Orion. Kill them.
Need to fight it manually though. Not a problem. Let's do this. Actually, there's a problem. It's a little bit. Okay, what's this map like? Actually, I already know what it's like because I've played this before. we hide our forces in the forest. We've got to spread them out a little bit because now they start off with units that can cause magic. I don't know if this somewhat's high enough though to do that, but okay, I'll need you to shoot this. So you guys just spread out over here. Well away from yeah. Good. You can stay out here with him.
Understood.
Don't fire at will. Alright, let's go. Ooh, just out of range of that. Ah, crap. Okay, I thought that might be the case. They don't have a clear line of sight on all of their units there. So what I actually need to do is this. Because this way I do have a clear line of sight. So let's see how much damage this does.
Bring down their defenses.
We need to make every shot count because we've only just... We can afford to miss like 4 shots. Okay, did that actually hit? Yeah, okay, cool. I might want to get a little bit closer though, because that was a bit too close for comfort.
Usher, advance.
Okay, there we go. Now, we basically just do this like 100 times. It'll be really quick. As long as I don't move the mouse, we should be fine. I should lower it a little bit. Because I want to try and hit the base because it's bigger. It's a bigger target. Doesn't matter where we hit it, as long as we do hit it. So just bear with me. It's going to use up a majority of the ammunition here to knock this down. But we need to knock it down. Because what I want to do is have my archers come in there and outrange the Druki forces and shoot the living crap out of them. So we should be at about 50% here. As long as I don't move my mouse. I think every single shot should be hitting. Because this is reasonably accurate. I would have preferred to have just told it to shoot, but the angle was... it's just not good for them. I can't see. But I can. Okay, should be knocking down very soon. Yeah, these artillery are not really designed for taking on towers. They can do it. Okay, there we go. That's all I needed them to do. Okay, move back. Alright, let's take 2 groups of 4 archers up here. I don't want them firing at will. You're gonna fire on my marks. That being said, we could still maybe get a few shots of these in. It's not gonna do a lot though. Oh hey, oh. Sorry. We could shoot over there into this. So you guys start getting into position here. There's a bit of a gap we could sneak in through here as well. Now, of course, you guys are probably looking at this battle going like, oh my god, Creative Assembly didn't improve the sieges. It's the same fucking shit from Total War Warhammer 1. And I agree with you. The siege mechanic in this game, it's a downgrade from other Total Wars. Alright, let's do that. I know that like the new historical Total Wars probably won't do this, but I don't think Total War Warhammer 3 is going to be any different. I wasn't expecting any different either from Warhammer 2, but I know that some people were. Because people ask me, like, do you think they'll fix the sieges in Total War Warhammer 2? It's like, no. No, in essence, the sequel games are more like expansions than actual sequels. It's the same game, really. Okay, did a lot of damage to them. That's good. Didn't get too many kills, but... Oh, hang on, get back. Hang on, wait. Okay, yeah, it looks like if we... Let's see. I suppose we can shoot these dark shards pretty easily. I know what to do. It's coming through this way. If they send some troops over here, it's fine. We can just move them away. But we shoot the units over here, because shooting over it like this, they're actually very accurate. Okay. You have to be a little bit more that way. You don't want them to shoot at you. Okay. And you can see it's well within range. Okay, good. Just wait for them to stop moving around, because shooting moving targets is a bit silly. Where are they going? As long as they're not moving in this position here, we're fine. Alright, shoot them. Doesn't even matter if we shoot them from the front on. We've got 3 times speed, or else this battle's going to take us an hour. I'm just trying to sneak them in one at a time. What we're doing here, just soften up the defenders, so that when we send these guys in, there's really not that much left to kill. What they really need to be killing more than the Dread Spears are the sword type units. If they've got any Corsairs, they need to go. They did well there. Do these have shields? Yeah. So far I'm happy with what they've done. They've done their worth. That's all I need them to do. Go back now. Now if they got shot, doesn't really matter too much. This guy's next. Her legend, fight with honor. No. I remember the first time I did this kind of siege with the dwarfs in Warhammer 1. And, you know, majority of people were just like, yeah, that makes sense, do it that way. But there were always a few people like, there's not how you're supposed to do it. Do you know how you're supposed to do it? You're supposed to kill your enemy and keep your soldiers alive. That's how I do it, and that's what I'm doing right here. I haven't lost a single man yet. Why should I care about the enemy's units? I don't care about them. People say I'm a general without honor. But what more honor is there for a general than to bring his soldiers home? I only sacrifice the units that are the most worthless, that don't show me, you know, cohesion and loyalty. Show me cohesion and loyalty, I'll get you home. Most of the time. Shoot this one over here. To get in there quick. So good. If they're getting like 150 kills in, there's only 120 in each of these, so they're doing more than they're worth. Because their worth is like 120. No. Okay, you're up next. Move in over here. Let's get another one over here. A bit closer. Okay. A new unit's on their way. Yep. The AI doesn't recognize when they've got a bad thing going for them. Like if I was in the Drukgyal position and someone was doing this, do you know what I'd do? I'd either sally out or pull back in and wait for them to start taking the walls and then attack them. The thing is, most people aren't going to do this strategy, so Creative Assembly, rightfully I suppose, decided not to program against this kind of behaviour. Next. This is one of the main reasons why we wanted to get so many archers. Because look at what we're doing here. Kills wise, it's very good. Haven't lost a single man yet, or a single elf. Humanoids. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of monsters and creatures and gobbledygook fucking monsters. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm a bloody cosmic racist. Humanoids or death. That's why I don't care about Lizard and Skaven. Like, if I wanted to go and kill dinosaurs and stuff, I'd go play Ark Survival Evolved. Which I do. Okay, I need to get a little bit closer. Yep, shoot the bleak swords. They'd actually get a better shot in from this general area here than shooting up on the wall, because you can arc the shots a lot more. Again, this is why I've always said that I prefer archery so much more than guns, because you can't do this with guns. But guns are guns. Why don't you like Guns Legend? I've actually, when I've said to people I just don't like guns, they look at me like they're so offended. It's usually Americans, because they can't conceive of a person that doesn't like guns. Just don't like guns. I mean, obviously in modern warfare, guns are better than bows. Obviously, I wouldn't use a bow and arrow now. But like, in like 15th century warfare, which is sort of like when this is set, I would prefer bows. Bows, crossbows, anything that can arc a shot. Cannons, on the other hand, definitely can appreciate the use of a cannon. Like, if ever you've seen me play multiplayer matches, I very rarely bring guns. That being said, I really will not be focusing at all on multiplayer in this game. So, I know that last time, as in with Warhammer 1, there was a tournament pretty much straight away. If there's, I don't know if any tournament being organised this time, but if there is, I'm not participating. Like I said, I'm retired from competitive multiplayer. Is that he's retired? No, retired. Majority of what I do is focusing on Rome 1, Medieval 2, and Rome 2. Those are the games of the Total War series I enjoy the most. And I think with Total War Warhammer, I think they... Look, I'm not a Warhammer fan, so I can't really say this, but I think that they do very good justice to the Warhammer universe, but in terms of the Total War universe, there's a lot that's been gutted. No more units down here. No more easy targets. Alright, let's begin preparations for the assault. Hang on, don't get too close, because they've still got this tower over here. So let's look at those kills. I mean, I did say at the start I like to play optimally. You can't tell me that that is not fucking Optimus Prime. It's optimal. But it's so boring to play this way, Legend. Yeah, I know. Like I said at the beginning, some people find my playstyle boring. If you do, just don't watch it. It's fine. Like, some people prefer it. Look, I totally understand playing on just like the easier difficulties. But if I was just to go and just charge in here, I would have lost this battle. Okay. Because our soldiers are not really conditioned to that kind of warfare. They wouldn't win. Alright, there really isn't much left. And it hasn't said victory is in our grasp yet. Try that. Good. No, wasted shot there. Anything else coming? Alright, let's instead try and shoot these guys over here. You've got to watch out for this thing here, because it blocks so many shots. Okay, I don't think we're really doing anything there now. So it's time to launch the attack. So what I want to do firstly, get some ladders up over here. Because you don't want to, trust me, you don't want to walk through this. The what are they called again? The dark shards. They're they do armor piercing damage. They're very strong with their missile damage. Okay, I want you Tyrion up there as well, because you're very good in melee. Actually, Tyrion, why don't you go over this way? Oh, there we go. Look, the battle's won. Maybe I must have missed it. So, but only 24 losses. I think that went pretty damn well.
Ancestors be praised.
I'm just looking at the file size of this video so far. I might actually have time to keep going for an hour and a half. So I've got to make sure it's uploaded in time and rendered. Should I loot this? I mean, I don't need the unit replenishment. I mean, that money's enticing. But I'll occupy it for now. Now, with that, this is easy. Just come down here. Like, if they were to assault this, they will lose. They've got 16 units in there. We've got 14. They won't be able to get through there because of the towers. And of course, the AI doesn't choose to fight that way. And even if they did, I would do something about it. I wouldn't just sit there and be like, no, the AI isn't, they're not attacking us proper. What do we do? Yeah, we want to, what do we need? I don't really need tradable resources that much. Recruitment costs are never really that much of a concern for me, but that would actually be useful. I want to get Draft Master and then get to Quartermaster. So over here, this has been sent back to level 1. So we'll not focus too much on the army. Just come down here and take... Actually... I don't know, we'll see how we go. What else do I need to do? Diplomacy-wise, nobody likes me.
You may approach.
Okay, so let's just move on. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some people that will ask, oh, Legend, are you going to do a review of this game? I do intend to do a review of this game. It will take me a little while longer. Like I said, I've only had the game for 48 hours. I've only played about 20 hours. I've been playing day in and day out, just stopping to sleep, just to try and... Oh, this is good. Just to try and get, you know, some information, because I want to inform you guys as much as possible about what's good and bad about this game, and that takes time. At the moment, I can only really give a review over the Dark Elf campaign. I need to go back in and finish my Skaven one. I wasn't enjoying it though. Let's have a look. Diplomatic relations with Illyrion. I could really use that influence. Politely decline. Yeah. Thank you for the influence. How long till it starves? 6 turns. Yeah, we got time. Alright, now.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Which one's Illyrion? I don't even know which one they are. Okay. So we're in position to go and take this. We're at full strength. I'd really like to get another Eagle Claw Ball Throwers. Maybe even 2 more. Because they're very good. And they're useful for sieges if I have to fight them manually. Like I said, in this campaign we're going to try and have fun. That's the main thing. That's where I really failed in Total Warhammer 1. I tried so hard to be like optimal at all costs. But like we should try to tread that line between optimal and fun. That's what I've been focusing over the past few months, and I think that's where I guess I managed to save my channel, because my channel was fucking dead on its way out. We could auto-resolve this. I'm going to fight it manually, because I think I can do a better job manually than auto-resolve. Playing a lot of Warhammer 1, I got the reputation of Legend of Total Auto-Resolve, but that was largely just because I would auto-resolve battles that I felt like I couldn't do a better result of. But the Creative Assembly has tweaked the auto-resolve a little bit over time. It still favours spamming spears and just cheap shit, because you got to take into account cost of units. But anyway, where are we going to set up? I don't really like where we got here. Take this high ground. We're on the defense here, so we can hill camp. One thing I will say about the Asur, I think they're a bit too camp, a bit too fairy-like. Like, you hear all the sparkles and everything like that. I don't like that. I'm not much fun for sparkles and rainbows and gumdrops and goodie bears and all this kind of shit. Give me glory or give me death. Archers! My campaigns always goes this way. I will reshape the world to my design, and if you step in my way, I will step over your corpse. Eagle Claw. So in that regard, my personality would probably fit more towards the Dark Elves, but like I said, everyone's already covering that. Bad business decision for me to just do what everyone else is doing. I don't like doing that. Maybe I could provide a unique perspective on it, but I doubt it. So I've only got 1 kill, but it's not necessarily about the kills, it's doing a lot of damage. Okay, now what we really need to be focusing on is killing their archers. My guys can block most of their shots, we'll be fine. Like these ones here, the Black Ark Corsairs, they have short range, but they're very damaging. So yeah, get rid of them. I don't think they've got shields either, so shooting them nice and early is good. can see here they're looking pretty badly damaged. Everyone just needs to hold the line. What are you doing? Get in there. Okay, gotta be shooting those dark tards. This one here's taking a bit of damage. Alright, you two shoot into this group here. You don't want them to shoot because they have to shoot at a weird arc. These guys don't. You guys don't do anything, start wrapping around these guys. Definitely winning. The thing is, these guys here are underrated in the auto resolve because they have low melee attack and defense, but they're the best archers. Crushing him. How'd they go for kills? 35. Yeah, but like I said, it's not necessarily about the kills. There's still a fresh guy over here, he needs to die. He's already got 40 odd kills.
Doing my duty.
The Black Ark Corsairs are pretty good. Oh, what's this? Ring of Coin. A Corin, sorry. Doesn't do anything. Well, it doesn't do anything useful to me in this particular battle. The sparkles. Ugh. Destroy all sparkles.
Loyal. It shall be done. Acknowledged.
No point chasing them down. The cavalry. I wonder if it's going to be someone like, get some cavalry. Did you see any cavalry in the recruitment slot? That's all I got. Alright, so I'll take that because I want to get my shit together to assault here. Maybe we'll end the episode once these guys have been beaten.
Ridiculous.
So they were able to recover quite a bit of their troops because they were pretty badly damaged. So they got 2 in there, and what have they got in here? So I just need to weigh up whether or not I should make the attack. So they got 6
Definitely
plus
not.
2, so that's 8.
Ill-considered.
Plus, well, count that in half, 5. Oh yeah, we should be able to beat that. Go for him first. He might run away. Then again, these guys are a bit damaged. Could auto resolve that. Yeah. Right.
Retreat.
So we lost 4 of these guys, but I can just replace them.
Slaves are always useful. Servant of the king.
And they'll come with more experience next time.
Your
I
orders.
think they all died.
No mercy. A glorious victory. My strength grows.
And that is the end of them. Under an hour. Cool.
The people are
Just though. Alright, so obviously we don't need that now. And now we have no enemies, is that right? Yes, no enemies. So now we can actually pick an enemy to go and fight. But I need to build up my economy a little bit first, so... upgrading these things and such will be useful.
Tyrion, air.
He'll need some more troops. But do I need them right now? Or should I? Let's see. So reduce upkeep to 3. It helps. Okay, we can also issue edicts. Rebuild Lost Splendor. Yeah. Gotta get the growth going in here. So what about over here? Okay, so public order here is gonna be shit. I'll send Tyrion. Yeah, okay, so you're going to recruit. Because I need you to go over here and raid our own territory to draw out rebels, so that I can kill those rebels for more experience and such. Alright, so the Shrine of Assyrian.
Wise indeed.
Maybe if I was to go and defeat him and take that, I can control the whole province. There's some good shit in there as well. That would put me at war with these guys out here. Really good. What about over here? Who's out this way? We have Calador. They don't like us. Why don't they like us? Because aversion. Why? Wary. Trusting fellow Asur is foolish. Oh, okay, right.
Let us converse in a civilized manner, if you can.
So they can't recognize any good deals.
I have heard tales of your kind. Please. Most astute.
Malevolent Lord. Scourge of Cain.
Many excellent.
See if I can get some trade agreements going. Pirates of Sartosa.
Your man gods and dubious mark.
All the way over there. I'm not setting sail for that right now.
You called?
So that helps with income. I didn't actually see any difference. Who should we kill? How long will that take before... Okay, I could just exempt it from taxation. It really does need to grow. I need that at the settlement. But it's held by someone else. And they're all stronger than me. So who's holding onto it?
Can I offer
Avalon.
assistance?
That might be their only army. And they've got 4 settlements out here, which I don't want. I don't want these. Alright, I think I'll go for them. So as for the settlement here, I don't know what to do about that. I could always hire a general and have them deal with it. I have the finances to handle it, I suppose. Let's move on. What are you doing? You want a piece of me? Maybe I'll go after you. Because they're on force march, so naturally they'll be shit in combat. We have to exert ourselves over our contemporaries out this way. Alright, whatever the case is, we'll end the episode here because I need to get this online as soon as possible to be uploaded within the embargo time. Next episode and every episode from here on out will be at least an hour and a half unless something happens. So, that's the end of this episode, so like and subscribe. Part 2 is next, and don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.